Hello, my name is Jose Tavares, and in collaboration with Casey, Tim, and Kelly, we bring you this video on e-waste and how we should be more mindful of our technology today. I hope you enjoy. It's important to have an understanding of the term e-waste, so for the rest of this video, we're going to use a working and universal definition for the term e-waste. The term electronic waste, or e-waste, refers to electronic products that have become unwanted, non-working, or obsolete, and have essentially reached the end of their useful life. Modern technological advancements have drastically increased rates of e-waste. Since we are constantly upgrading our phones or other devices, they have become more or less disposable due to shorter lifespans. These shortened lifespans are a product of planned obsolescence, a business strategy. This fractions the device's life, forcing customers to purchase new replacements earlier than they should have to. Unfortunately, these increases in business correlate with a depleted resource as demand requires use of more materials. When they break or stop working after 2 years and you go to buy a new phone, that production process takes as much energy as recharging and operating a smartphone for a decade. That's a lot of energy to waste every 2 years. You might be wondering what actually goes into making your phone that uses up all of these resources. You should know that simply mining the materials represents 85 to 95% of the device's cumulative carbon footprint. This is because there are over 165 pounds of raw material that go into your phone, including over 30 metals, half of which cannot be reused if recycled. On top of that, creating just one microchip uses over 70 pounds of water and 1.5 pounds of chemicals like arsenic. Keep in mind that one phone has multiple microchips in it, so the total of 3.5 total pounds of fossil fuels used to make one is multiplied for each phone. Advancements in technology can impact resource availability, human health, and ecosystems through not only the production process, but the e-waste created at the end of the product's lifetime. Working with toxic chemicals and materials to create these products also poses a significant health risk to manufacturers. One example is the Indonesian mines used for tin are known to collapse on miners, which is dangerous for both workers and the environment. Since companies are aware of all this waste, many of them try to offer programs which allow customers to recycle their old or outdated products, such as Apple's Renew and Recycle program, which gives customers credit for handing in old iPhones. Samsung has a similar program with supporting over 500 drop-off locations throughout the United States. eSteward is another e-waste recycling program which aims to responsibly recycle e-waste according to strict clean standards. Their claim is that you can be assured all parts of your technology is actually being properly recycled. Many people also argue that the recycling process now is too complicated. This is because phones are made from alloyed metals, which is a process of mixing metals in a way that makes it nearly impossible to separate them later. This separation process also wastes a lot of energy and can be very, very expensive. This is why many products may not actually go through the recycling process when they are shipped to these recycling centers. With all of this information, does recycling actually help the environment? According to a study done by researchers at McMaster University, less than 1% of these billions of phones are being recycled, and the 1% that are may not even be properly recycled. This makes a lot of people wonder if the extra effort is actually worth it. To avoid wasting precious resources and energy, a better option for both consumers and the environment is repairing smartphones. This can create jobs, save people money, and the decreased demand lessens the negative environmental impact. However, this is not always good for the companies creating the product, as the decrease in demand means they lose revenue. To make repairs more difficult, companies like Toshiba, Nikon, and Apple all remove their manuals from the internet so people aren't able to repair their phones themselves. Since it is harder to repair our phones, we can only hope the companies are making our newer technology more eco-friendly, as it is becoming a bigger issue. Unfortunately, the opposite has been found. As more advanced technology comes with greater environmental impact, phones are becoming more powerful and larger in size, meaning the amount of materials used and waste created also increases. Since most hopes of self-repair are also diminished, pollution continues to rise in correlation to demand. So what are some other options for customers besides repairing or recycling? You could give your old working phone to someone else either by selling it or donating it. Buy a more sustainable phone. There are products such as Fairphone which not only last much longer and are more eco-friendly, but they also try to eliminate the dangerous production process for minors. Its parts are made up of recycled materials to begin with and can be repaired easily with other recycled materials. This makes it eco-friendly because this phone will never end up in a landfill due to its ability to be recycled. Due to the increase in technology and demand, consumers have to buy the latest versions of their favorite technologies. E-waste will be an important issue our society will face. It is important that we make the need adjustments now so that it will not become a bigger issue than it is.